Okay, today we're gonna make Japanese tempura udon and kitsume udon. We're gonna do shrimp tempura udon, and kitsume udon is the udon with the bean curd. Alright, so if you ever seen these frozen packets of udon, they never come with sauce packets. And so I'm going to show you how to do the soup base when you get these. You can buy these at the Oriental store. It's just a powder soup base, and you just add that to the water. They'll give you the measurements and instructions in the back. They're in Japanese, but basically it says for each packet is 250 milliliters of water. And then you boil it and then add the noodles. Usually with this, you boil the noodles separate and make the soup base separate. Once the noodles are done, you can add them to the soup. And then we're going to do a more traditional way by making dashi water. Dashi water, we're going to use 50 grams of this. This is dashi kombu. It's dried seaweed. So you get 50 grams, and we're going to soak that in water for 1 hour. Okay, before you do anything, before we cook it or anything. And next up is we're going to use 40 grams of bonito flakes. You can buy both of these at the Oriental store. This package is exactly 40 grams of bonito flakes. So we're going to use this whole package. This one we're not going to use all of. And then also we're going to use this. This is Mintsuyu, and then they have 2 different sizes. You don't have to buy a big bottle. They do sell smaller bottles. And this is a little bit of that sweetness you get in the stock. And also with the dashi water, once we make it, that's a basic stock for a lot of Japanese dishes. So once you know how to make the stock, you basically know how to make a lot of different Japanese cuisines and dishes that incorporate this recipe. It's actually very easy. Once this soaks for 1 hour, we're going to put it in a pot of water. We're going to use about 4 cups of water for 50 grams and 40 grams. So we get this to almost boiling, or 140 degrees Fahrenheit, and we take this out. We let the water to continue to boil, and once it's boiled, we add the bonito flakes, and we shut off the heat. We'll let that sit for about 5 minutes, and then after 5 minutes, we'll strain it. You can keep both the dried seaweed and this afterwards for other things, but that could be a different video. And then the water you can just keep in the fridge, you could freeze, and then that'll be a stock. Alright, we've soaked the dashi kombu for about an hour. Now we got it in the pot with 1 liter of water. And then right before it boils at 140 degrees, we're going to take it out, and then we're going to put in the bonito flakes, cut off the heat, and then let that sit for 5 minutes. And then after that, we're going to strain it, and over here. Alright, now that it's almost boiling, we're going to take it out. Now we're going to add the bonito flakes. Alright, it's boiling, we can shut it off. And we're going to let it sit for 5 minutes, just like this, sitting here. Okay.
You got it?
Strainers, and in between is paper towel, and we just have that underneath another pot, and we're gonna strain our bonito flakes and water into here. All right, and we're gonna get all the excess. And it has a nice golden color now. And that's the dashi water. We're gonna now make miso soup and tempura udon and kitsu. So this is the other soup base besides making the dashi water. You can buy these in the Oriental store. And this is the udon base. And the back is in Japanese, but you can see for each packet is 250 milligrams of water. We're going to use 2 packets, so we're doing 500 milliliters. I'll restart it. I messed up. Here we have the frozen udon. And we're going to use 2, one for the kisume udon and one for the tempura udon. And we're just gonna put them in water to defrost them a little bit.
Okay, go ahead.
And we're gonna let this this is the inari and the kamaboko and the seaweed and the bean curd. Alright, now we're going to make the tempura batter for the tempura shrimp. This is another batter you can buy at the Oriental store. And you got to use cold water, 2.5 cups. And we're going to mix it up in a medium-sized bowl. Slowly mix in and slowly pour in the water and slowly mix. He's scoring on the bottom again, and he's going to put it on one side and flip it over and then straighten it out again. Just drizzle more tempura batter directly over the shrimp when it floats up to give it a nice crispy crunchy shell. Make sure they're separated. Do some tempura fried asparagus. You can do any vegetable you want. This is parsley.
Parsley.
Alright, we have our dashi water here, and all we have to add is mirin, salt, and soy sauce, and that makes the base for the udon soup. But we're just gonna use the mensuyu because that has all those things in it already, and that's what this is made for. So we got the dashi water going. All we're gonna do is add the mensuyu, and then we have our udon soup base. And all you have to do is just add to taste. If you like it a little light, put a little bit. If you like it on the darker side, go ahead and add some more. Okay, now that is boiling, we're gonna add the noodles. And this is Shimi Togarashi. He's adding red pepper. It's 7 spice pepper.